Planet Dolan.
From people with strange fish scales to real-life Ninja Turtles, we count 10 people you won't believe exist. Hello there, my name is Shima and I'll be your feline narrator today, reading out amazing and unbelievable facts while you get nice and cozy. Number 10. Pansy Han. A boy from China who was born with a rare incurable skin disease looks like he has fish scales all over his body. Known to locals as Fish Boy, this kid suffers from a form of ichthyosis. The condition is named after the Greek word for fish. It's an inherited disease and incurable. Pan's eyes and mouth have been altered from the severe scaly flakes, and he is constantly itchy. His skin even has trouble sweating, so he easily overheats. 1 in 250 to 5,000 people are born with this condition, which isn't always noticeable at birth. Number 9. Bashine. This German adult film star claims to have the biggest fake boobs on Earth, and we're inclined to believe her. Bashine says she has had over 10 liters of saline solution pumped into her breasts to increase their gigantic size. Together, her boobs weigh 18 voluptuous kilograms. What started out as a natural A cup has steadily increased to what are now humongous 32Z-sized breasts. The 31-year-old describes them as the biggest fakies in the world and that they are ever growing. By the way, 18 kilos is like having a 4-year-old child strapped to your chest, which would probably look equally outrageous. Number 8. Yu Zhenhuan. A man whose body is 96% covered in thick hair embraces his bizarre medical condition called atavism. The hairy Chinaman is said to have roughly 40 hairs for every square centimeter of his body. He has undergone laser hair removal and various operations to alleviate problems associated with having so much body hair. Apparently, Yu had so much wax in his hairy ears that it was giving him dangerous infections. His condition has brought him worldwide attention, which he has begun to embrace. Yu has overcome a lifetime of mental and physical adversity and is now striving to be China's next big rock star. Hey, when you got it, you work it. Number 7. Valeria Lukyanova. This 23-year-old model from Ukraine looks eerily like a real-life Barbie doll. Surprisingly, Valeria claims that her uncanny appearance is totally natural, with the exception of her breasts, which are evidently fake. One Halloween night, she says she was the victim of a violent assault, which left her in the hospital. But rumors have questioned the nature of her hospital visit, suggesting it was actually a cover for cosmetic surgery. Valeria says she hits the gym frequently with the hopes of developing some Amazonian warrior abs. Whether natural or not, Valeria still looks like she walks straight out of a manga. Number 6. Charity Pierce. The world's largest woman weighs a staggering 342 kilograms, almost the weight of a small car. Iowa-born Charity's weight was already way above average in her teenage years, but an accident in 2000 severely compromised her mobility and left her with lymphedema, a condition which caused her left leg to drastically swell. Charity would usually consume 10,000 calories a day, but the housebound 39-year-old is now determined to lose some weight, hopefully allowing her to someday walk down the aisle with 22-year-old partner Tony. It is reported that Charity and Tony still enjoy an intimate relationship and spend their time making plans for their dream cowboy-themed wedding. Number 5. Stefan and Tyler Delp. Twin boys from New Jersey whose skulls are fused together sideways say they live pretty normal, functional lives. Doctors had originally planned to separate the Delp twins until they decided surgery would be too risky. Now adults, the highly functional autistic conjoined twins have very different personalities. Tyler even claims to be homosexual while Stefan is straight. Both are highly skilled musicians, and they even have a system of taking turns facing a person when somebody is speaking to them. Both twins are quite happy being conjoined, and they say they wouldn't have it any other way. We would say 2 heads are better than 1, but we wouldn't want to get ahead of ourselves. Yeah. Number 4. Dede Koswara. Known across the world as Tree Man, Dede suffers from a variety of conditions that give his skin root-like barnacles. His genetically inherited condition is so complex that it's most likely incurable. The growths on his hands and feet lost Dede his job, his wife, and turned his neighbors against him. He had no other option but to join the circus. Eventually, a doctor offered to operate on the warty growths and managed to remove 6 whole kilos from Dede's body. The warts have returned, but his quality of life is much improved. Doctors from Indonesia and America are continuing to work toward a cure for this mutant genetic disease. Number 3. Agent Orange victims. A deadly herbicide called Agent Orange used in the Vietnam War left millions of people disfigured and killed hundreds of thousands of others. The effect of this chemical, which was dropped by U.S. forces in the 1970s, still lingers in the soil of Vietnam today. People affected by the chemical are 3 times more likely to give birth to a child with a cleft palate, mental disabilities, and extra limbs. Agent Orange victims serve as a constant reminder of the atrocities of war. There are many foundations actively helping to restore and improve the lives of those affected by the chemical. Number 2. Boomer. Gary Matthews, a 47-year-old man from Pittsburgh, believes that he is actually a dog called Boomer. Gary had an epiphany during his childhood years that he was secretly a dog trapped inside a man's body. Since then, Gary has lived his life as a dog would, eating from a dog bowl, barking at passers-by, and proudly wearing his collar. He calls himself a furry, the name for people who believe they are really animals. Boomer wanders his hometown in a homemade dog costume, where he says he gets mostly positive reactions. While Boomer sleeps in an actual doghouse, he hopes one day he will meet a nice girl puppy. Number 1. Didier Montalvo. This kid from Colombia had a mole on his back that was so huge, it was feeding off of him like a giant life-sucking parasite. He was born with a medical condition called congenital melanocytic nevus, also called giant mole disease. Most people have a mole or two, or maybe even a beauty spot on their face, but Montalvo's mole covered his whole back, making him look somewhat like a ninja turtle. He underwent a life-saving operation to remove the parasitic mole, which was a complete success. He now lives in rural Colombia without the brown mass causing him pain or interfering with his life. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Did you enjoy the video? That's fantastic. Did you know we also have a gaming channel, Collaborative? It's for Planet Dolan. Come look at us as we play some video games.
Like animation? Have some questions about life and the universe you need answered? Come check out Super Planet Dolan. Danger Dolan and I will answer your life questions. Links are down below.